Hello everybody! Today I would like to show you how to make these pretty foamiran flowers. I hope you can see them clearly. To make these flowers I used Rosy Dot Flowers AC3 dies, and I used this one and this one. You will need to cut 3 of the bigger ones and 2 of the smaller ones for these flowers. Once you have cut your flowers, you will then need your iron. I'm using mine on the highest temperature, and you will put the flowers and until they kind of get the shape of the cup, well, they sort of change it, and you will then fold the flowers and roll it between your palms and fingers, and you will get this. Okay, just leave it and do this with the rest of the flowers. So press the flower next to your iron till you get this shape, and then just kind of fold the flower so the petals overlap, and then just roll the flowers using your finger and your palm. Do this with all your flowers, the big ones and the small ones, okay? And the big one and 2 small ones. But when you do this, be careful not to get burned because the iron is hot. Okay, and the last one. Okay, once you do this, get the flowers apart, and you will see you will get this gathered look on the petals. Okay, next flower. What you want to do next is you will kind of take the petal, each petal apart, but only at the bottom of the petal. Leave the end of the petal as it is. So just do this. You can use your tool for this if you prefer, but I usually just do it like this, even though I have the tool, but I'm too lazy to take it. So, next one. You will do this with all the flowers. So, just pull the petals apart. You will still get kind of a kind of this, see, folded look, but not as much as you had it before, and you will get the flower as a whole again. The last one. Okay, and the smaller ones. Okay, like, oopsie daisy. Again, you can use your tool to do this, but I don't know. I sometimes use it, but not often. The last flower. I think I'm slower with the tool, so I'm just using my fingers. Hope you can see this, what I'm doing. So just fold the petal at the bottom like this. Okay, now that you've done this, well, now this next step is optional, but I want my flowers to have kind of a bluish color because I'm using them for one of my card projects that I use this color of flowers for. And as you can see, this one is this one is blue as a whole. This one is white and only has a little bit of blue in the center. And you could do this before you put the flowers on the iron, but I usually do it after, but it's totally up to you. I'm using eyeshadow, this one. It's a very cheap one. You don't have to use the fancy stuff. It's the one I have in hand to paint the flowers, but you can also use oil pastels or distressings or whatever you have in hand. So just put some of the eyeshadow on your finger and just kind of like paint the flower to your desired color. See? Like this. You don't have to paint the whole flower, or you can, whatever you prefer. I'm just kind of painting the center of the flowers because I don't want them whole blue. I just want them to have a bluish touch, if you know what I mean. So you do this with all your flowers. Again, this one and the last one. Okay, like this. And now you will use your hot glue gun to glue the flowers together. Be sure the petals of the flowers won't overlap. Okay, when you're positioning the next flower on top of each other, the first one, like this. See, these are the first flowers, and next one. Okay, like this, and then the two smaller ones. The next small one. Okay, now this is what the flower looks like now. Okay, and now you will use either your poking tool or whatever tool you have for making small holes, but I don't have this stud, so I'm just using this barbecue stick and an old mouse pad, but you can also use a sponge or something else that you can make, and you will make a hole in the flower like this. You can also use it to shape the flower a little bit, and then you will use your flower center stamens. I'm using here, I will use let's say the blue ones. These are all available. These stamens and the dies are available at Magnolia Licious store, so be sure to check the store out. They also have some other great stuff, like Maya design papers, Magnolia stamps, and other fabulous flower making dies. And I will just use a piece of wire to pull the stamens through the center of my flower. Oh, come on. Now, of course, this happens when I'm making a video, usually doesn't. Okay, let's see if it works. You can adjust the stamens as you go, you know. You can leave them up as long as you want, or you can make them as short as you want. So you can just pull the rest down when until you're happy with the design of your flower. Okay, or you can also put them back out if you prefer. Just play with the stamens until you're happy with the result. I don't mind if one of my stamens is a bit higher. Actually, I prefer it that way, so I really like them. I like them uneven, but if you like them even, you can just pull them all the way down. So now we will just glue a piece. We will just put a piece of hot glue on the bottom of your flower, and press this down, but be careful not to get burned, like I usually do. Just press and secure the stamens. Okay, and then you will just use your scissors to cut the rest. Okay, and there it is, a very simple flower. Hope you like it. Again, at the end you can use your fingers to shape the flower a little bit if you want. And that's it. That's all. I hope you like this flower, and that you will make a few. Thank you for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.